my next guest has, of course, starred in The Breakfast Club, St. Elmo's Fire, and New Jack City. Now, this Sunday night, he can be seen in Mr. Rock and Roll, the Alan Freed story, right here on good old NBC. Please welcome Judd Nelson. They look fine.
Thank you.
How are you?
Very good.
Very good. Now, you must have gotten that before, right? No? Okay.
No.
Let's change subjects. Thanks for coming on the show. What happened here?
Well, I was walking my dog on the last day of work up in Toronto, and I bring her to this little park, and she's not good on the leash.
She pulls.
She's kind of
I have a dog, and you're not supposed to let them pull.
Yeah, she's kind of like a sled dog, and she's really strong. So she saw this squirrel. She takes off after the squirrel. The squirrel stops, runs back toward me. The dog ran back toward me, and the squirrel, the dog, and I kind of rolled in a cartoon ball, and I tore the ligament in my thumb, and she bit the tail off the squirrel.
No, seriously?
Yeah, and a squirrel without a tail is just a rat.
That's just a rat.
It's just a rat. Yeah.
That's amazing that the squirrel turned back and charged you.
Yeah.
That's probably a crazed squirrel of some kind, because they don't do that.
It was that peanut cologne.
Okay, all right. How are you? But it's going to be okay? You got?
Yeah, sometime in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Did you let the dog keep the tail?
Yeah. No,
All
she,
right.
yeah.
All right.
She ate it.
She didn't eat it.
I was going like, and I see the tail going.
And then did the dog go, mwah? They do that occasionally, yeah. All right, we got to train that dog.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, this can't happen again. Now, you hosted, there's a show on after us called Later.
Yeah.
Which we finish up usually at 12:35. That's when Later starts. And they have revolving hosts.
Yeah.
You've hosted that show like how many times?
About 15, 20 times.
Yeah. What was like your favorite moment hosting the show? I mean, I get that question a lot. What's your favorite moment?
I would say that my favorite moment hosting the show was I had the African-American actress from Baywatch on, Tracy Bingham.
Mm-hmm.
And we show this clip, and it shows her throwing a football, you know, where she winds up to throw it, and then they cut to a spiral in the air.
Right.
So I was sure that she couldn't throw a football.
That's how they do it in movies if someone can't
away.
throw, yeah.
So she comes on the show, I ask her, I go, look, can you really throw a football? She says, yes, I really can. I say, I don't believe it. I asked the stage manager to toss me a football. They tossed me the football. I asked her to, get behind me. I'm going to hike it to her. She thinks I want, like, the shotgun. She's like 2 yards back. I say, no, get your hands up. Get them up under my ass.
Right.
So.
That's actually, that doesn't sound good on the air. Get your hands up under my ass. But anyway, you do what you got to do, all right?
You see?
Yeah, That's how that happened. All right.
So I hike her the ball.
Mm-hmm.
She throws a perfect spiral into the crowd. She goes to sit back down, and her breast is out. She was wearing this...
She threw it with her breast?
Well, she had this very, like...
Wow!
She had this slinky gown, just a tiny piece of fabric, these little straps, and when she threw the ball, she didn't realize it, but her breast came out.
Right. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, so I don't say anything. I just sit back at my chair.
Right.
Seat her in her chair.
Right.
And ask her the next question.
Right. While the breast is... The breast is out. The breast is out, going like, hi, how are you? The breast is just there.
The breast is... it was very much there. Her breast is as big as her head. So her breast is out.
That's a very romantic thing to say to a girl.
Yeah.
I want to meet a girl whose breast is as big as her head. Why, Mom? Why can't I?
So I just keep talking, and I'm establishing deep eye contact.
With her?
Yes, because I don't want to look down. In fact, I'm kind of looking at her eyebrows, just to keep it,
Right.
And I ask her the next, the question.
Right.
The stage manager goes running out. No, stop, blocks it, and blocks it. She goes, I'm sorry, you've exposed yourself. No, crowd is yelling and screaming, and she puts herself back together. And I
so they stopped this great moment. This would have been one of the great all-time moments in TV history.
And
some stage manager stops it.
He runs out, and I say to her, I go, look, it's on tape, it's not live, so we'll go back, and we'll do it again, and no one will see.
Right.
And she was so cool about it. She said, look, I'm on Baywatch. They kind of expect my breast to flop out.
Right.
And I thought that was pretty cool.
Hasselhoff has trained all the breasts to pop out at command. He blows on a little whistle, and I go, blink. It's his perverted version of Sound of Music. Now, tell us about this project. You're doing a project for NBC. It's the life story of Alan Freed.
Alan Freed,
who invented the term rock and roll.
Rock and roll. He actually coined the phrase. He discovered for himself rhythm and blues in the early 50s.
Right.
Played it on the radio, and it was a huge success. But it was always considered race music, meaning it was always for like the non-white audience. Now, when he got hired to come to New York City, he needed a new term for it, so it wouldn't be, you know, thought of as something for non-whites only.
Exactly, right.
So he came up with the term rock and roll. And he always believed that whites and blacks can easily get along if they have something in common. And he believed that what they had in common was a great beat. That if we could find a music for the young that was their sound, that was part of their culture, that it wouldn't matter who was dancing next to you. And he was absolutely right. And he was like...
so you play this guy. You play Alan Freed.
I play Alan Freed.
And he actually coined, wasn't his motto, what was it, live fast?
Live fast, die young, and leave a good-looking corpse, which is kind of sad because he did live fast and he died at the age of 43.
Right,
and,
right.
Yeah.
And this project traces his whole life story, or you just focus on pretty much the years when he invented this term?
I mean, it starts right when he's still playing big band music.
Right.
He hears rhythm and blues for the first time, then starts playing that in Ohio, then moves to New York. We do the live shows, we do the TV shows, and then eventually he gets indicted in the whole payola scandal.
Right, and that's what ended his career.
Yeah.
Well, you can learn about this. It's called Mr. Rock and Roll, the Alan Freed story. It airs this Sunday night at 9 o'clock on NBC, and you'll be getting us the breast footage, which will be airing soon.
You know something? I've never seen the breast footage.
They didn't give it to you as a going-away present?
I don't know if it exists.
Oh, it exists somewhere. That's
Really?
you learn, yeah.
Because when they gave me the
Trust
tape
me.
for the show afterwards, I was like, oh, let's look at the Tracy Brandon one.
Trust me, one of these tech guys has it. You also have a new movie, Light It Up, which opens November 12th. Judd, thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Hope your wrist feels better.
Thank you.
Judd Nelson, everybody. We'll take a break. When we come back, Tori Amos.